What's going on, people? It's Diego. We are back for a new episode, if I can get the box right, of Useless Conversations. I believe this is episode 5. I had to take a break off family reasons and personal reasons, which you probably, if you've seen the last episode, you probably know why. If you haven't, go ahead and take a look at that. You'll probably realize where I've been at, man. There's been a lot of heartbreak, man. Been a lot of heartbreak, but we are back, man. Let's get into it, man. Alrighty, man. Big game we have this week. We waited all year for this one game right here. I'm pretty sure everybody's mad because nobody's teams is playing. But the Super Bowl is here. It is upon us. We are finally here with the Super Bowl, man. I think it's going to be a great game. You got Tom freaking Brady. Tom Brady, one of the greatest quarterbacks ever, if not the greatest quarterback ever, in his quest for number 6, not 1, 2, but 6 Super Bowl championship since he's been there, man. The guy's unbelievable, man. Terrific Tom, as they call him. You know that guy, man. He comes to the Super Bowl, he ruins your team chances every year, man. But the Patriots, man, you know, you got Tom, you got Bill Belichick, probably the greatest coach in football right now. You got Gronk, 87, tight end outside. Probably the best tight end in football right now. I mean, I really don't know who else. Now, at the same time, we have another big tight end on the other side, Zach Ertz. We're going to get to him. But just going down the list of the Patriots players, man, then you got Brandon Cooks on the outside. He's a good deep threat. He can make a lot of good things happen. You got Amendola, man, and then on that defense, you got Stephon Gilmore, then Devin McCourty. You know, some good guys. And the kicker's good, you know. If you watch any of the Super Bowls New England's been in, that kickers usually pull it off for him at the end, man. But the Patriots coming in here looking really good, man. They got rid of the Titans first round, got them out here with a blowout that we pretty much expected. And then Jacksonville gave them a run for their money last week, man. I thought Jags were gonna pull it off last week, but in the end, man, you can't doubt that guy Tom. I don't care how many stitches is in that hand. As long as it still works and he can still grip a football, that guy's going to go out there and throw touchdowns, man. But then on the other side, we got Philly, another team who's, they've been the top dog all year. I can't even say, man. I have to say it. I have to give them their credit. They've been the top dog all year. But Carson Wentz been at the helm for most of it. You know, he went down, I believe it was week 11. Either week 11 or 12 when they played St. Louis, LA now, the Rams. When they played the Rams, Carson went down towards ACL. So they've had Nick back there since. Nick Foles came in, played admirably at the end of the season, looked amazing these past 2 playoff games. That one year Nick Foles had that one super good season, he's looking like that guy. I don't know, St. Nick is what they call him in Philly. I don't know what they call him in Minnesota. Probably a couple cuss words after that game 2 weeks ago. But at any rate, man, we got Nick. You got Alshon Jeffrey on the outside. You got LeGarrette Blount and Jay Ajayi at running back. 2 awesome running backs back there. So the running game's looking good. The offensive line, man, I believe it's 2 or 3 all-pro linemen on the line this year, man, along, you know, so those 2 lines, their offensive line, their defensive line mostly, man, you know, their defensive line anchored by Fletcher Cox, man, they've looked pretty ferocious all year. They stepped it up in the playoffs, man. It's gonna be a wild game. Here's what I think is gonna come down to. A couple key stats that I think is gonna determine this game. Tom Brady and the Patriots, 15-0 in the playoffs against teams that they did not play in the regular season that year. But the guy that you really don't want to see for the first time, coaching wise, I believe is a guy like Bill Belichick. He's going to have those guys ready. As far as the Patriots, he's going to have those guys ready. They're going to be prepared for anything that Philly may throw at them. At least I believe so. And at the same time, man, you got Bill. It's hard to give him 2 weeks to game plan, man. As again, like I said earlier, probably the greatest coach in football right now. it's a guy that you don't really want to let him have 2 weeks to game plan on. He's pretty much difficult against anybody when he does that. But I think Philly has a good shot in this one, and I'll tell you why. Another key stat for this one, man. Philly is the Eagles are the first team that the Patriots are facing in the Super Bowl with the top 5 scoring offense and top 5 scoring defense. So not only are they top 5 in the league this year at putting up points, but they're one of the best teams at stopping teams putting up points. And that's really one of the main things that you want to do against Brady. My main reason, which is probably going to be my final key stat that I believe, the main reason why I give the Eagles a chance in this game, man, because everybody knows, it kind of sounds like a broken record because you hear it oh so often, but everybody knows the key to beating Brady when he's actually on the field, key number 1, keeping him off the field, but number 2, the main thing to keep Brady out of the end zone, man, and keep him off balance, man, and to do that, you got to put pressure on this guy, man. And the Eagles this year, 41.3% of passing plays this year, the Eagles have put pressure on opposing quarterback. The last key stat that's probably has nothing to do with anything, but it's kind of, when you hear it, it's going to sound crazy, but the record of in the last 13 Super Bowls, the team wearing white is 12-1. Ask me who's wearing white. You guessed it, Tom Terrific and those goddamn Patriots, man. The only 2 losses they've taken in the Super Bowl, of course, they're wearing blue. So in their eyes, we're wearing white every time we possibly can. 12-1 the past 13 years, man. Eagles should have been the first one to get that, man. I know they're wishing that they could have worn those white jerseys. You can't beat 12-1, man. I know it's kind of gimmicky, but hey, 12-1 wearing white, that says a lot. I know the Patriots have been in many of those Super Bowls wearing white, but at the same time, man, some other guys won those too, man. It seems like, I guess if you wear white, you feel a little bit better, feel a little more godly, I guess, in a sense. And your team come out and plays better. I don't know, man, but look to the Patriots to make it 13-1 in the past 14 years, man. The only way I see the Eagles pulling this one out, man, is if their offensive line and their defensive line plays out of their mind again for the 3rd straight game, man. You have to put pressure on Brady. That's literally the only way you can win this game. Put pressure on him. The O-line has to block for Nick Foles. Again, we're coming down to Nick Foles versus Tom Brady. I'm pretty sure I know who everybody has in that situation. I'm giving Nick Foles a little bit of credit. Again, he looked amazing against Minnesota's defense, who's actually ranked number 1 this year in pretty much most statistical categories defensively. So we're going to see, man. It's going to be a tough battle. I'm interested to see how that goes. I'm more interested in the commercials because my team didn't make it. As you can see, I'm a Vikings fan. We didn't make it. I'm probably not really going to be paying attention to the game. I'm more so worried about the commercials. Hopefully it's something good, man. Give me something to laugh at. I haven't really been impressed with the commercials the past couple years, man. So, but I think I got the Patriots taking this one, man. I think it's going to be a close game in the realm of about 24-17, maybe 23-20. May come down to a field goal game. It really depends on how well that defense of Philly plays, man. I think they're going to come out and they're going to look good and they're going to make plays. I think this one just comes down to the greatest quarterback of all time versus Nick Foles. David versus Goliath. Except I think Goliath is actually going to stomp out David this time, man. Patriots taking it again, unfortunately, this year, man. To end the season, boo-hoo.